Hey there, everyone. Thank you for joining Utah Beer News for the latest in our one-on-one conversations with the local brewers, breweries, and everyday imbibers. I'm Tim Herron, the founder of Utah Beer News, and we're back for our regular check-in with Joey Cardascio, the service manager at Slackwater Pub and Pizzeria in Sandy. Welcome, Joey.
Thanks, Tim. Appreciate it.
Yeah, you bet. Before we get into this month's three beers, I'd just like to know a little bit more about how you go about stocking the Slackwater beer fridge and tap handles with more than 28 taps and almost 300 cans and bottles. It's got to just be a huge undertaking. Talk to me a little bit about how you go about filling those shelves and fridges and taps.
Yeah. So it really is a big time job. So I do beer orders 2-3 times a week. My main goal is to get the best local stuff in here, the freshest local breweries in here as soon as possible. And then I always take a look at the liquor stores to see what's new. The distributors send me emails of what's new into the state and what new special orders that I can get. Because a lot of the beers here we have are special order that you can't get at the liquor store, you can't find at the grocery store. You can just get them at beer focused bars like here, Beer Bar, Beer High,
Sure.
places like that. So I look at all of those things all week, and I use social media too. Text all my contacts. I know everyone in every single brewery. So they usually, if I don't contact them, they'll be contacting me. Hey, we're releasing this beer on Thursday. How many cases do you want? So that's the easier part when I don't have to do a lot of the legwork
Right.
with the local ones. And then on Sundays is when I do the majority of my special and DABC orders along with local orders too. And then I just pick, I know what's in the fridge and I go by what the season is, what's hot and what's new right now, and what our guests are going to enjoy and what they're going to expect from a beer bar, like from a beer restaurant like this.
Sure.
So, we have a lot of hazies, we have a lot of sours, but now we're getting into that stout and amber and Oktoberfest season. So now I've dropped sours, I've dropped hazies, I've added porters, added fresh hop beers, added Martins, added Oktoberfest. So it kind of depends on the season.
Sure.
And what, I like to bring in beers that I like too, because I think I have a good knack for what people want and that same taste. So I bring in a lot of the German and Czech Pilsners that have been flying off the shelves lately. So that's a little bit how I do it. I have a lot of times I run out of room in the fridge. So I have to kind of play Tetris in there, move things around. And then we have like a random box in the fridge that we call the random box, where there's just stuff that I had to pull off the shelf that maybe we only had 2 or 3 cans or bottles left. So it's just a box full of random stuff.
Okay. Yeah, that's fascinating to me, just kind of how the criteria you go by. So it sounds like really, popular opinion, what's selling, what people are asking for, kind of your experience in the industry, kind of what you like and what you think people like. Anything else that you really take into consideration when you're trying to curate this massive beer list?
I just like to make sure that I have a little bit of everything.
Okay.
Like I want to make sure that all styles are covered, lagers, IPAs, West Coast style IPAs, stouts, porters, Belgians, everything. I just want to make sure that we're not lacking anything. So you could come here and have a style of beer in mind and we will have something for you. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's my main focus, is to make sure that we have a little bit of everything of every style from all over Utah, the country, the world, and then make sure that they, the guest comes in and like, oh, okay, there's definitely something for them. Even if they're not a beer drinker, there's definitely something here for them to get. So that's the main focus. Make sure that we have a good list of a good variety. Yeah.
Awesome. Good information. That's very interesting. And now on with the show. As routine with these 3 beers with Joey segments, Joey selected 3 new or noteworthy beers that are available now at Slackwater. Let's dive right in. What do you have for us today?
So all locals today. These were all released within the last week. So these are all super fresh. First one I'll go with is a fresh hop double IPA from Proper Brewing. This is their hop versus hop that they release every year. This was made with, they called it hop versus hop because they had 2 hops in it, the last couple releases. This one is just made with Strata hops, 100% Strata, fresh hopped, added 48 hours after the hops were picked. So super, super fresh.
Wow.
It comes in at 8%, super hoppy, fruity, piney, resinous, super bright, super fresh. I know we talked a little bit about last time, my kind of Martins, and then I had fresh hop at the bottom. I don't know. I've had a couple fresh hop beers lately. It's kind of going up in that list now.
Man, this time of year for that is so fantastic. Just the aromas and the flavors, awesome.
So yeah, this is just came out Wednesday or Thursday of last week. Like I said, 8%, really, really good, 100% Strata. And then in that same genre, we have the TF Haley's Comet, just released same week. So this is 100% Comet hops. This is a little bit on the lighter side, 6.2% ABV. Okay. Dank, piney, hoppy, very, very similar to the hop versus hop. Just the difference in the hops.
Yeah, that's a good one too. I think that one's named after Kevin Templin's daughter, maybe.
Right.
Is that
right,
it?
right,
Okay,
right.
Haley and Haley's Comet play on the hop, which is very cool. Awesome.
Let me see. Last one I have is the Squatters. Just released their take on the hop rising. So they have the tropical hop rising, but they never had this is brand new. This is hazy. 9%. Really, really good. Citrus zest, stone fruit, super soft mouthfeel. Really, really crushable 9% beer. I've noticed it goes down super easy. A lot of people have been talking about this beer for good reason. This is really good, really, really nice. They've been coming out with a lot of cool beers lately over there. And I love my man on the cover there.
Yeah, I mean that's a classic label. Jason Stock, the brewer down there at the downtown pub, and he's got the sunglasses on for the hazy, which is cool.
Yeah, I tried this the other day at the West Side Tavern. Really, really cool spot if you haven't been. And this is a great beer.
Oh man, awesome. Very cool. All right, those are 3 good beers. And what does Slackwater have going on for the month of October that people should know about?
So this week, actually, on Wednesday, the 6th, we have Roosters coming in from Ogden for a tap takeover. So we'll have 4 of their beers pouring on draft for $4, bringing down some stuff that they only have at the B Street location. So some cool stuff that people down in Sandy might not be able to access. So we can get those for people down here. And then on the 13th of this month, we have Epic coming in doing the Big Bad Baptist release party. They're going to have, I believe, 3 or 4. They're releasing 7 total this year. But on the 13th, we'll have 3 or 4 of them ready to go. And we'll have 5-ounce pours available, so you won't have to buy the entire bottle. So that'll be really, really nice. And then on October 27th, we have Proper Brewing coming in to do a tap takeover. We'll have 4 of their beers on draft for $4, and they're going to bring up some brewery specific stuff that you can't get at bars or restaurants. So that'll be really fun too.
Cool.
Yep.
Man, a good variety all the way around.
All the way.
Yeah.
Busy month. Busy month.
Busy month. Yeah. Cool, Joey. Well, thank you as always for taking the time to talk with Utah Beer News. These 3 beers with Joey. Be sure and check them out at Slackwater Sandy and keep up to date on all of Slackwater's beers. Following them on Untapped. I get notifications now every time you put a new one on the menu. It shows right on my phone. So
that's the way to do it.
If you want to be one of the first people to try a beer, that's how to do it. So cool. Thanks, Joey. I'll talk to you again next month.
You got it. Thanks. Appreciate it.